talking about the info product business, ebooks making 14,403 in the info business. Please stay on till the end today because I have something special for you you're going to want to get. My name is Marlon Sanders. I've been doing this full-time since 1997. If you want to be in the full-time in the info product business, this is the channel to watch. I teach several things in here. I teach, number one, how to make money and go full-time in the info product business. Number two, how to make money as an affiliate. And number three, how to market other types of product, services, and businesses online. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I'm going to bring up my screen here so that you can see this. All right, so we see right here, 14,403 from my product writer's secret. Now I have a lot of other products that have sold a lot of money, but I just thought I would pick out this one because it makes for a nice title. Listen, I've sold a lot. I've sold hundreds of thousands. If you want to sell hundreds of thousands of digital products, then I can tell you how to do it. So that's what we're going to talk about today, and we'll talk about the writer's secret. Now, here's the really cool thing is most people do not understand the magic ingredient. They say, Marlon, I don't get it. Marlon, the thing is that you've got Amazon and all of these people selling ebooks for $1. How in the heck can you say that I can sell an ebook for $50, $47, $79, $97 when other people out there are selling them for $1 over on Kindle? I don't get it. How can you be saying this? That's what people want to know, right? Well, I'm going to share with you a secret. Now, a lot of people aren't going to tell you this. You know, I hear people today, oh, AI is going to kill digital products. AI is going to kill ebooks. The age of ebooks and digital products is over. You have to sell services. You have to trade your time for money today. You can't trade products for money. Well, listen, trading time for money sucks. I like to trade products for money because I've got products that I created back, good gosh, I think as far back for 10, 20 years ago that still sell. And yeah, I mean, just the other day, I got somebody wanting a login from a product they bought, I don't know, 10 years ago. That happens to me all the time. So what is this secret ingredient? What is this magic ingredient? Again, stay on to the end because I have something for you. But what is this secret ingredient? Before I get to it, I want you to write this down and go here right after this live stream is over. Resellertoolkit.com/70K. Resellertoolkit.com/7070K. That's how I sell 70,000 products in the info product business and how I do it full time every day. All right, let me tell you this magic secret ingredient. The key to info product sales, are you ready? Everybody thinks it's the product. Everybody thinks it's the ebook, Marlon. The ebook is the secret. The product is the secret. That's what people buy. People buy the product. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. You ready? People do not buy your product. You want to know why they don't buy your product? Because until they buy it, they don't know what the product is. How do they know what the product? They can't buy the product because they don't know what the product is until after they bought it. It's the big secret. You say, well, Marlon, what, pray tell, kind of secret is that? How can that help me sell 14 grand of an ebook or more? I sold a lot more, to be quite honest, but I'm just using this as an example. By the way, legally, I have to tell you, it's not indicative of average results. Some people create ebooks and never sell one. They never even sell one for $1 on Amazon. But I'm going to tell you why they don't sell it. Because the secret of selling the digital products, and I sell membership sites, I sell try before you buy things, I sell ebooks, I sell dashboard, I sell all kinds of stuff. Let me tell you the secret of trading digital products for dollars instead of your personal time. It is they buy it because of the sales letter, the sales page, the sales copy, because they don't see the product. They can't see the product till after they buy it. So it's not the product that causes them to buy it. Now, why can I sell something for, I sell digital products for $100, $200, $500. You want to buy a whole bunch of them, go to cashlikeclockwork.com and you can buy a whole bunch of my products for a huge discount. Why? Because on Kindle, you want to know how they sell books on Kindle? If it's a digital book, you can access the table of contents. They don't even want to sell print books, apparently, because you can't even access the table of content on most print books. But at least on Kindle, most of the time, yeah, you can access the table of contents. That's the big sales pitch. A title, table of contents, and some crappy reviews, often by people that don't have any clue what makes a good product or what doesn't. I read reviews for like world class books. And people are like, oh, this wasn't any good. They had no freaking clue what's good and what's not because they have no frame of reference to know what's good and what's not. Now, Kindle only sells by some reviews and a table of contents. Well, you want to know if you stuck reviews and a table of contents on your website? Yeah, you'd probably only be able to sell it for $1 or $5. Fortunately, I'm different than these other people around. I'm called the old school, from the old school, right? I'm not, now, if you're a millennial or you're below, I don't even know what the new people, Gen Z or Gen whoever, Gen X, that's great. You're awesome, man. You have a freaking gigantic, enormous head start. But the one thing you need to learn that people are telling you don't need to learn is you need to learn how to write sales copy. Sales letters. You got to learn to write them. Well, man, can I use AI to create the product and the sales letter? Because I don't want to work. Well, theoretically you can. But let me just share something with you. You have an advantage that's unbeatable that AI does not have. You want to know what that advantage is? I'll tell you a story. I remember when I was, I believe, 4 years old, I was at my parents' house on Stanley Street in Oklahoma City. My dad was named Stanley, interestingly enough. And I was climbing, my mom was gone, and I was climbing on the counter to try to get some cookies. We had a goldfish, this little guppy bowl with guppies in it. And I knocked it over trying to get to the cookies. So I tried to put them all back in there, and I think I put cold or hot water in it trying to save the guppies, and I didn't. What is that? That's a memory. I remember that from when I was 4 years old. You probably remember stuff when you were 3 or 4 years old too. Probably 4. I don't know about 3. Maybe 5 years old. You probably remember that. You see, you have memories and you have stories. AI doesn't have stories. It hadn't had a life. Now, maybe in the future, they'll try to simulate AI having a life and stories. But what kind of a story is it going to be that AI tells about its life? It's got no emotions or feelings, as far as we know. So this is your advantage. See, if you're like, I don't want AI to do it all, you're giving away the only advantage you got. Don't you get that? You get that? Because if you don't get that, you don't understand the business. You don't get the info product business. People buy from another human being who's experienced their problems, their pains, who understands and empathizes with their goal. I understand if you've got a job and you want to get a full-time, and you want to work full-time in the info product business, because see this, I ain't got hair. You know why I ain't got a lot of hair up here? It's because at age 30 something, 31, 32, 33, I had a job working deep nights, trading stocks, bonds, and options. And every night I'd look at my desk and there'd be more hair on it, because it's a fact that jobs like that, where you're plugged into the phone all the time, just taking call after call after call, cause you to lose your hair. And one time I'll never forget, being at work, I'm thinking it's about time to get off. I'm like, okay, let me see how long before I get off. I look at my watch, and I've been there 1 hour. I had 7 more hours to go. That's why I got in the info product business. Well, that and the fact that they found out I had a part-time business on the side and they fired me. Or they gave me a choice: get rid of your part-time business or quit your job. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm leaving this job then. Next year, I made $7,500. It was a tough year. The whole year, I ate $1.97 Burger Street, Burger, Coke, and fries on Greenville Avenue, Dallas, Texas. Minute 30-second State Fair corn dogs, 2-minute and 30-second burritos. AI don't know what it is to have a minute and 30-second burrito. AI don't know what it is to have a 2-minute and 30-second burrito. Actually, I thought those were pretty tasty, but because I ate all that crap when I was young, I can't eat them now because of cholesterol, right? Or saturated fat or whatever, my heart. So it wasn't, I didn't have any money, but it wasn't necessarily horrible. But I do remember one time I go down to the stop and go on Dallas Parkway, where my apartment was, like a 650 square feet apartment. And I had to buy a deodorant with all pennies. And the guy at the register said, well, normally we don't take this many pennies, but I guess in your case, we'll make an exception. And that was really great because I really needed that deodorant, right? Well, AI ain't got a story about stop and go on Dallas Parkway in Dallas, Texas, and happened to buy deodorant with all pennies. I've been there. I've done that. I've also known what it's like to have as much as $24,000 come in one day. I've also known what it's like to sell hundreds and thousands of products and do seminars at 120 seminars around the world. I've been blessed. I've been on both sides of the info product business, right? But I can tell you, your advantage is your life. Your advantage is your memory. Your advantage is your stories. Why in the heck would you want to give up the only advantage you've got? Everybody else has got AI. Anybody else can put in the prompt. Anybody else can click the button. Ain't anybody else bought deodorant with all pennies and be able to tell the story. Do you understand that? That is why I can sell for $50 and $100, $200 and $500 what might sell on Kindle for $1, because they got some reviews and they got a freaking table of contents. That's all they got. They don't know how to write sales letters. They probably don't even like sales letters because their lawyers that never approve a sales letter. Oh, we can't tell them anything other than let them look at the table of contents. That's good enough. So if you want to be in the digital product, the info product business, yes, make a ton of money in it. Sell to hundreds of thousands of products. Some people make insane amounts of money, a lot more than I do. I've just been doing it full time since 1997. I can show you how I do that. Can't show you how to make $10 million in 1 year. I ain't done that, right? But I show you how to be full time in the info product business and make a nice living. Now, you got to be able to create perceived value. See, the sales letter, it's not just because there's a sales letter you stick online to write with AI. The secret is not having words on a page. The secret is you have to create perceived value for your information, for your product. That is the secret. If you want to see how I did it for the writer's secret and sold $14,000, actually, probably I've sold more than that, to be honest, because that's just on Warrior Plus. I've also sold it on my Infusionsoft account, And before that, I sold it on other platforms. The first version of the book was written, I don't even know when I wrote it, a long time ago. Anyway, it's at thewriterssecret.com, THEWRITERS secret.com. And I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and bring that up, because this is the example of never can remember if it's one S or two S's. We'll see if I brought up the right one. Okay. Yeah, one S. So this is how you create perceived value for a product. This is a sales letter. It has a coupon code down here, 7 discount, where you can save $7. And it currently sells for $55, right? Currently sells for $55. By the way, this banner expires, so it's a limited time $7 discount. But thewritersecret.com with one S. But this is it. December 3rd, 1998, I discovered a money-getting secret that I repeated 122 times. You can use the same secret starting 2 hours, 58 minutes from right now. That secret is how to create digital products and create perceived value for them. That's what I call the writer's secret. Creating digital products, but then knowing how do you create perceived. See, it's not, you can have the most freaking valuable book, ebook in the world. People don't perceive that. It don't matter. They ain't willing to pay no money. That's why ain't anybody paying any money for stuff for ebooks on Amazon, because there ain't any perceived value. You got to make people perceive the value. You do that by writing sales copy, sales letters, by having stories, by having a memory. This is the key. This is the secret. Ain't anybody gets this. Listen, if you get this, you're like one of a handful. Like, there's people out here and they just regurgitate. Like, okay, so they buy a thing on how to sell big tickets, and somebody says, okay, this is the ad you run, this is a script you read on the sales call, ask for the money and you'll get an order. And that's true. They probably will, 1 out of about 3 times, and you can sell big tickets if that's your thing. I don't do that because I don't want to trade. I don't like trading my time for money like that. Like, you got to be on the phone doing the calls all the time to make the freaking sales. That's, I tried it. I really just didn't like that. All right. So anyway, you got to know how to create perceived value. People don't even understand what they're doing. They have this little script they follow, or even AI to write a sales letter. They don't even understand that the AI letter. And they do work, but not as good as you can do them. But they work only because they follow some formula for creating perceived value. Now, I created a formula and taught it 120 cities around the world. I created it back in 1997. It's a 12-step formula. I'm not credited with creating the 12-step formula, oddly enough, because the other people created derivations of it and did a better job marketing online, giving the formula away for free, and got known for it. But I created the first 12-step formula for writing sales letters. Before that, the only formula, there was a 16, I believe, step formula written by Bob Serling, created by Bob Serling. And before that, all you had was AIDA, attention, interest, desire, action, and you had problem, agitate, solve. That was about it. And I've studied this way back to 1900 and before. All right. When I say old school, I mean I'm old school. I've studied it since it began. Studied direct response marketing since day one, since it began. And when I say I've studied it, I mean I've sold the research for up to $5,000 on my old school research. That's a fact. Put that in the bank. All right. I promised you something if you stayed to the end. If you stayed to the end, congratulations. Do you want to be in the info product business? You want to be in the info product business. Now, I already told you about my free book on how I sold the 70,000 products online. That's at resellertoolkit.com. You can grab that there. But I have another one for you. Thank you for staying on to the end. Now, if you go to let me bring this one up. This one is marlonsnews.com. I'm going to give you several others. Seed-marketing. You'll be able to opt in and get my free seed marketing kit. And this kit's really good. And I call it seed marketing. You'll have to go through the information, understand why I call it seed marketing. And then if you just go to marlonsnews.com, let me bring that up. And I have a lot of in-depth articles on here on my blog. And if you go up here to freebies, I have freebies for you right up here. Some free ebooks and some free audios and another free report here. And I've got some killer articles here on my blog. Now on my YouTube channel, if you go over here to youtube.com/Marlon Sanders. You'll bring this up. Give me a second. Give it a second. And you go here to playlists. I have playlists of some of the key different topics that I talk about. You can go here and you can watch full playlists on different topics that are on my YouTube channel. And you can also go over here and click videos. Or if you're a person that just likes to watch short stuff, you can go over here to shorts. And I've got a bunch of different shorter clips from different videos that I've done. So I have a lot of different free resources. I don't charge for these things. These are just free to turn you on to the info product business, to show you that, yes, you can make a full-time living in the info product business. Now, let me tell you something. A lot of people are just going to tell you how to create one product, how to create a course. Okay, here's how to create a course. Or here's how to create this kind of a product. Here's how to do a webinar and sell something. They tell you how to make a living at it full-time. They tell you how to do, you're like, okay, you pay us a crap load of money. We're going to teach you to be a one-trick pony and sell a course. Well, you're a one-trick pony. That is not a full-time living make, my friend. It's about being a one-trick pony, not about teaching you to be a one-trick pony. You got to understand how to do membership sites, low tickets, mid tickets, big tickets. How to try before you buy stuff. But it's great. You're making money each one of them all along the way, and you're never a boring minute. I'm not going to say it's always easy. I think it's a very simple business. Find out what people buy, give them a reason to buy it from you, promote the heck out of it. It's a simple business, but it ain't always easy. If you want easy street, like, I don't know, a job's not easy either. I don't really know easy street other than like marrying into wealth or maybe winning the lottery, right? Now, the final tip I want to give you, and then I'm out of here, is I want you to go get and read a book. Now, I'm going to talk about this book on different videos. I haven't done it yet, but we're going to. You go over here, type in Science of Getting Rich. Now, for those of you who are like, yeah, rich isn't everything, money ain't everything, blah, 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 I want you to get over here, the original first edition. I want to point something out to you. There are, Napoleon Hill and Think and Grow Rich laid out 12 kinds of riches. Your relationships are a form of riches. Your health is a form of riches, right? There are 12 kinds of riches, not one. I mean, health is like everything. Relationships are so important. But if we're talking about financial money, I'm talking about just about money. Again, there's 12 kinds. Money is just one. Your spiritual life is a form of riches, right? If you have a rich spiritual life, you got everything and your health. But at the same time, you got to pay the bills. At the same time, if you want to go take a vacation, you need money for it. The Science of Getting Rich. This book was given to me by Joe Vitale, who you know. It was written in 1910. Joe was in the movie The Secret. He gave me this book. I was in his mastermind for a year. And it's a life-changing book. So if you want to make a full-time living in the info product business, go get The Science of Getting Rich. I do recommend the hardcover. It is $37. It's worth every penny of it. It's just a gorgeous book. There's cheaper versions of it, but this one is hardback. It's absolutely positively gorgeous. It's a book that you will love to own. Then finally here on my YouTube channel, on my videos, if you want to check out my Instagram and the other resources that I have here, you just go down to the show comments. And when you click on this, below the video is a description. It's got links to my LinkedIn, my Instagram, Twitter, all of that kind of stuff. Thank you for joining me today. Let me know if this helped you. Let me know if you want to be full-time in the info product business, if you're already part-time and you're just wanting to scale up. Maybe you're already in the info product business full-time and you're just wanting to scale up. That's something we talk about. We talk a lot about beginners because most people are beginners, but I also cover intermediate and advanced strategies. So I'm here for you, and I'm here to help you. Let me know in comments if this has helped you, if you got ideas from this, if you're in the info product business, want to be in it, or you're already in it, you want to scale up, or you're part-time. Let me know where you're at, how I can help you. Thank you for joining me today. Please tell 3 friends about this channel that need to know about the channel because it'll help them. That's why it'll help them. All right. You have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.